Even as the state gets back to work, our investigative team is continuing to hear over and over again from people facing hundreds or thousands of dollars in unemployment debt.
And what it is it's all owed back to the state for overpaid unemployment benefits during the pandemic. Benefits where the state says the person made an error, but those same people often tell us they had no way of knowing where the problem was. So now new data obtained by investigative reporter Naomi Coles shows the payment plans the state offers, it could cost hundreds of dollars a month.
When the pandemic started, I was driving school bus, and of course, schools closed. That ended that job.
Steve Vignali of Appleton is trying to figure out whether or not to retire. But a $12,000 bill from the state makes that decision a little more complicated.
It's over $12,000. $12,000.
Regular unemployment benefits worked at first, but schools came back in the fall and he quit in August because of safety concerns.
I told them I wasn't coming back to work, and they understood. Checks
stopped coming. He got on pandemic unemployment assistance, which applies to people who quit for health. All seemed fine. But then
all of a sudden we get these letters. It's too complicated. They don't do their follow-up. And when they don't do their follow-up and make it clear why you are on it or why you aren't on it, it's their problem, not ours.
Now, the Vignalis are appealing thousands in unemployment benefits debt that the state says was overpaid because of their mistake.
You can't do that to people.
Just halfway through this year, the state had already issued more warrants for this kind of debt than in each of the past 2 years, over 3,000 through June 30th. Warrants are a last resort. 42,000 are facing debt payment plans.
Court costs, there's this and that. So
Madison-based attorney Victor Forberger says he's taken on and won hundreds of unemployment cases in the last year for issues like these.
The department changed its collection practices. Now the department is using every tool in its book to file, collection actions.
The state says they don't typically garnish wages. They may take money straight from your bank account. That's known as an administrative levy. They also told me at first you can make payment plans for as low as $25 a month. I asked for the documents. Turns out that $25 is only temporary. Within 6 months, a payee has to go on a plan that could reach hundreds a month if they're facing thousands in debt.
But what's happened in the past year or so is the department has become extremely aggressive now on this debt collection stuff, and they're demanding much higher payments.
We've heard ourselves from people facing $30,000. Forberger says numbers like that are becoming all too common in the wake of the pandemic when so much more in benefits was available.
And this was one of my fears with this pandemic is the amounts are so much bigger than what they were with just regular straight unemployment benefits.
We don't
have any income right now.
No. Well, have to come out of like the 401k or something maybe.
This all comes as hearings for appeals remain backlogged, and after a year when an antiquated computer system caused backlogs of thousands waiting for benefits to get paid out during the pandemic.
It's not going to get fixed through a new computer system. It's going to get fixed by actual changes in how the system is administered.
For News 3 Investigates, I'm Naomi Coles.
The state did not provide an interview for Naomi's report, but said the attorney was inaccurate in how he characterized a less aggressive approach to debt in the past. On warrants and payment plans, they said policies changed last March to be more lenient in repayments, and those are still in effect. And that, quote, as long as the claimant contacts us, we do not issue a warrant. The goal of the repayment agreement is to set up a payment plan the claimant is able to pay.